Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a crucial topic that can make or break your chances of landing your dream job in healthcare: what not to say or share in an interview. As a healthcare recruiter with over 20 years of experience, I've seen countless candidates lose opportunities due to simple mistakes. But don't worry, I'm here to help you avoid those pitfalls. Stick around because I'm sharing 20 key tips that could be the difference between a job offer and a rejection. Let's get started. What not to share or say in a healthcare industry interview. Interviews in healthcare are high-stakes events. The field demands not just expertise, but also professionalism, empathy, and a deep commitment to patient care. To help you navigate these tricky waters, here are 20 things you should never share or say during an interview and how to handle difficult questions like a pro. 1. Personal issues or drama. Why it's a red flag. Healthcare employers seek candidates who can remain professional under pressure. Bringing up personal issues or drama can signal that you might let your personal life interfere with your work responsibilities. How to avoid it. Keep your responses focused on your professional experiences and achievements. If asked about challenges you've faced, frame your answers in a way that highlights your problem-solving abilities and resilience without delving into personal hardships. 2. Negative comments about past employers or colleagues. Why it's a red flag. Speaking negatively about former employers or colleagues can make you seem unprofessional and difficult to work with. It can also raise concerns about your loyalty and discretion. How to avoid it. Instead of focusing on the negatives, highlight what you learned from past experiences. For example, if you left a job due to management issues, you could say, "I'm looking for a workplace that values collaborative leadership and professional growth." 3. Overemphasis on salary and benefits. Why it's a red flag. While salary and benefits are important, focusing too much on them during the initial interview can make it seem like you're more interested in the perks than the job itself. In the healthcare industry, where patient care is paramount, this can be a significant turnoff. How to avoid it. Wait for the interviewer to bring up compensation, or save these discussions for later stages of the interview process. Initially, focus on demonstrating your passion for the role and the value you can bring to the organization. 4. Overconfidence or arrogance. Why it's a red flag. While confidence is key, overconfidence or arrogance can be off-putting. Healthcare roles often require teamwork, and an arrogant attitude can suggest that you might not collaborate well with others. How to avoid it. Strike a balance by acknowledging your strengths, while also recognizing the importance of continuous learning and teamwork. For example, instead of saying, "I'm the best at what I do," you could say, "I'm confident in my abilities, but I also believe there's always room for growth and collaboration." 5. Disclosing confidential information. Why it's a red flag. Discussing confidential information from previous jobs, especially patient details, is a major breach of trust and a violation of HIPAA, or Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, regulations. This can immediately disqualify you from consideration. How to avoid it. Be mindful of what you share. If you need to discuss a past experience, focus on your role and the outcome without revealing any sensitive or identifying information. Inappropriate humor or overly casual language can be a real red flag during an interview. While some level of rapport is important, crossing the line into unprofessional territory can be a serious misstep, especially in the healthcare industry where professionalism is critical. To avoid this, keep your language professional and your humor light and appropriate. If you're unsure whether a joke is suitable, it's best to err on the side of caution and avoid it altogether. Expressing uncertainty about your career path can be a red flag for employers. They want to hire individuals who are committed to their career and have a clear vision for their future. If you seem indecisive or uncommitted, it can hurt your chances. To avoid this, even if you're still exploring your options, frame your answers in a way that shows you're committed to the role you're applying for. For example, you might say, "I'm passionate about patient care and am excited to grow my skills in this area." Bringing up politics or controversial topics during an interview is another red flag. Healthcare is a diverse field, and such discussions can alienate the interviewer or create unnecessary tension. Plus, it can divert the focus away from your qualifications and suitability for the role. To avoid this, stick to discussing your professional skills, experiences, and how they align with the job. If these topics are brought up, steer the conversation back to the job and your qualifications. Lack of preparation or knowledge about the employer. Why it's a red flag. Not knowing key details about the organization or the role can signal a lack of genuine interest or effort. This can be particularly detrimental in the healthcare industry, where understanding the mission and values of an organization is crucial. How to avoid it? Research the employer thoroughly before the interview. Familiarize yourself with their mission, values, and any recent news or developments. Tailor your responses to show how your skills and experiences align with the organization's goals. Expressing a desire for a temporary position. Why it's a red flag. Employers invest time and resources into hiring and training new employees. If you express that you're looking for something temporary, or that this position is just a stepping stone, it can make you less appealing as a candidate. How to avoid it? Even if you're unsure about your long-term plans, focus on how excited you are about the opportunity at hand and your interest in contributing to the organization's success. Overemphasizing work-life balance. Why it's a red flag. While work-life balance is important, focusing too much on it during an interview can make it seem like you're more interested in your personal time than in your professional responsibilities. In healthcare, where patient care can sometimes require flexibility, this can be concerning. How to avoid it? Express your commitment to maintaining a healthy work-life balance while emphasizing your dedication to fulfilling the job's requirements. For example, I believe in balancing work and personal life, but I'm also committed to ensuring that patient care always comes first. Why it's a red flag. Mentioning experience that doesn't relate to the healthcare field can make you appear unfocused or not fully committed to the industry. Employers want to see how your experience is directly applicable to the role. How to avoid it. Tailor your responses to highlight the aspects of your experience that are most relevant to the healthcare role you're applying for. Even if you have diverse experience, focus on transferable skills that matter in healthcare, such as communication, problem solving, or teamwork. Why it's a red flag. If you mention plans that suggest you might not stay in the role long term, such as pursuing a different career path, it can make the employer hesitant to invest in you. How to avoid it. Even if you have broader career goals, focus on how this role fits into your immediate future and how you plan to contribute to the organization. For example, I'm excited to develop my skills in this role and make a meaningful impact within your team. Why it's a red flag. Healthcare employers look for candidates who are engaged and passionate about patient care. If you seem disinterested or distracted, it can give the impression that you're not truly committed to the role. How to avoid it? Stay focused, make eye contact, and show enthusiasm for the role. Prepare thoughtful questions about the organization and the position to demonstrate your interest. Mentioning a lack of long-term commitment. Why it's a red flag? Employers are looking for candidates who will be committed to the organization for the long term. Mentioning that you don't plan to stay long can raise concerns about turnover. How to avoid it? Even if you're unsure about your long-term plans, express enthusiasm for the position and discuss how you see yourself growing with the organization. Underplaying the importance of teamwork. Why it's a red flag. Healthcare is a collaborative field, and the ability to work well in a team is crucial. If you underplay the importance of teamwork or focus too much on individual accomplishments, it can be a red flag. How to avoid it? Highlight your experience working in teams and your understanding of how collaboration enhances patient care. For example, I've always valued teamwork because it allows us to provide the best possible care for our patients. Not asking any questions. Why it's a red flag. Not asking any questions can suggest that you're not genuinely interested in the role or that you haven't done your homework. It can also make you seem passive or disengaged. How to avoid it? Prepare thoughtful questions that show your interest in the role and the organization. Ask about the team dynamics, the organization's culture, or opportunities for professional development. Sharing too much personal information. Why it's a red flag. Oversharing personal information can blur the lines between your professional and personal life. Employers want to know about your qualifications and fit for the role, not about your personal life. How to avoid it? Keep the conversation professional and focused on your qualifications, experiences, and how they align with the job requirements. If personal topics arise, steer the conversation back to your professional strengths. Failing to show empathy or compassion. Why it's a red flag. Empathy and compassion are core values in healthcare. If you fail to demonstrate these qualities during the interview, it can make the interviewer question your suitability for a patient-centered role. How to avoid it. Use examples from your past experiences to highlight your empathy and compassion. Discuss how you've handled difficult situations with patients or colleagues in a way that shows your ability to care deeply for others. Downplaying the importance of continuing education. Why it's a red flag. The healthcare industry is constantly evolving, and a commitment to continuing education is essential. If you downplay the importance of staying current with new developments, it can raise concerns about your ability to provide the best care. How to avoid it. Emphasize your commitment to lifelong learning and your interest in staying updated on the latest advancements in your field. Mention any recent courses, certifications, or conferences you've attended to demonstrate your dedication to professional growth. Interviews in healthcare are about more than just answering questions. They are about presenting yourself as the ideal candidate who embodies professionalism, empathy, and dedication to patient care. By avoiding these common pitfalls, you'll stand out as a strong candidate ready to contribute meaningfully to any healthcare team. Remember, it's not just what you say, but how you say it that can make all the difference.